Hi everyone, it's Alicia Brasher here at Cosmic Gateway. I thought I would just jump on and do a little bit of a update, personal update, and what's in the pipeline, what I'm working on, and share with you. But I think it really comes through, and the message that I want to convey is that March so far has been absolutely extraordinary with the energies that are coming in. And I know that a lot of people are going through really hard times in various different ways. Struggles present on various different levels depending on our own path and evolutionary journey. And throughout this month, we've seen, so much solar wind activity, the Schumann resonance, and sun activity. And that is really, um, from my vantage point, such a critical part of the Earth's ascension process. Um, and I do regular updates. If you obviously, if you follow my work on social media, I try and keep people in the loop as to what's happening, in those various aspects. And it really comes down to our own support in how we can support ourselves through these shifts and changes. Um, so it's supporting ourselves physically, mentally, and emotionally. Um, and being really gentle and kind with ourselves because these are big, massive, transformative times that we're living in right now. So, on a personal note, I'm doing a lot of work at the moment. I was called recently to launch another program, which will be starting in April, I think April 10, which is called Soul Mission Ignition. So I'm very excited to bring that forth. So it's really it's a call to people who feel like they're at the next step of their own path and journey, who are ready to kind of step into more mission focus in however capacity that looks. Um, and it's a call for people who want to um, you know go to that next level and feel that they have something to offer in service, and that can look like people who work in the healing field, in arts, in various different ways, and really to help through that journey, through that 8-week program, to help people overcome some of the challenges that come with stepping out and starting a spiritual based business in however that looks. Because from my personal experience, that can be very daunting and overwhelming, and you can be left with a lot of uncertainty of moving into a new way of existing, a new way of life. And my background, for some of you who may not know, my background was in sales and marketing for a long time. And what I learned along the journey of my own transition from, work into running my own business, the lot of challenges and a lot of, how do I put this out into the world, and I can honestly say that everything that I learned, from conventional studies in sales and marketing doesn't work in this in this line of work. It's a bit like the ascension process, really. It's like everything you've been taught, flip it on its head and do it the opposite way. And it's really about being soul led. It's really about being intuitively led. And so, what I hope to support people through who feel called to that is to be able to get them in touch with their own intuitive guidance, and to help refine their abilities and confidence and skills, and help give people pathways and how they can best put that out into the world. And it's really about, there will be a combination of energetic work to help refine your own process and get really clear on that, and also tangible practical tools that you can do to support to getting out there. So that's something that I feel incredibly passionate about, because when I look at the bigger picture, I see that we're creating the new earth, we're creating this world based on the individual's gifts, skills, and abilities. And as we see the foundations of the old world crumbling, it really brings a space where people can step into that and do what they're really here to do. And I truly believe that everyone has unique skills and abilities based along what they have journeyed through themselves, and also what they've brought through in their soul blueprint. So that will be, yeah, as I said, that will be April 10, I believe that starts. Um, it will be running over 8 weeks. There will be 1 week of a break because I will be running a retreat in the middle of that. So, yeah, I'm just checking. So, yeah, Saturday, the 10th of April. So it'll be 10:30 a.m. Melbourne, Australia Eastern Standard Time, and that will be run through Zoom online. So it'll be 8 weeks of Zoom calls once a week, and then also sort of mentorship in between. I really hope to be able to cater for the individual as well as in a group setting. So all the details for that will be in the description box below if you feel called on that journey with me. Um, what else? Um, Sorry, it's early in the morning. I just felt like I needed to jump on. Um, so I've got that going. As I mentioned, the retreat, which will be running over the 24th to the 26th of April in northern New South Wales. I think I have to check. I think there may be few spots available. So if that's something that is of interest to you, you can contact me directly. I'll put my email address in the description box. If you contact me directly, I can have a chat with you about the details and if it's in alignment with you. Um, Also, what I have been working on is something that has been years in the making. I have finally set up my New Earth Children website, YouTube channel. The page has been social media, Facebook and Instagram has been there for a couple of years. But it's really about the line of work that I'm going into more deeper based on my own personal experience and the support that I've given women in different capacities of bringing in these new earth children, as I like to call them. And so it's been a wow, it's been a real journey to get to this point. And to start openly sharing more information that I've sort of held back for many years because I didn't feel that it was the right time for me personally, and I didn't feel that it was the right time for the collective. But as we're going through more and more shifts, more people, contact me and ask me so many different things. And so it's my greatest joy to be able to bring that to light. And I've started to do some really amazing interviews with different women and different people in the field who are, have delved into the work of this new generation of children that are coming onto the planet to really assist and facilitate with the ascension of the planet. So, if you haven't checked out that, I'll put the details in the description box below. And as we go through this, and I always emphasize on, how energetic work is so important, and to maintain, energetic hygiene, as I like to call it, um, can really help. And I know that in the last week or so, through a lot of my sessions, I've been dealing a lot with a big amount of clearing for people and helping support people go through big transformations, really pivotal moments in their journey. And it gives me so much joy to be able to do that and facilitate that space for them. Um, so I am doing personal sessions at the moment. If you feel that you need additional support, all the details will be in the description box below. But if that's something that you can't access at this time, I do have a playlist on my YouTube channel that has I don't know, have to look, maybe 12 different, audio versions of different clearing techniques, and I put that out so that people can access that and work with that and use them to help them, shift in what they're going through. Um, I also have my subscribers channel on Facebook. So I put out, once a month, I do sort of an energy update and talk about, you know, um, the shifts and changes from my vantage point and what I'm observing and what I'm seeing, and intuitive guidance for the month, like I used to do on YouTube. So that's all on my subscribers channel if that's something that you're interested in. So, and finally, the transmissions. So once a month, I, run transmissions, which ultimately are a group environment of energetic work, and we work with the frequencies of the planet as well. So the next one coming up will be on 4/4, which will be the Sacred Heart transmission, and I'm super excited about that one because that's really embodying, a pure love frequency, and that's something that I can see that a lot of people are stepping into at this time, and that's where a lot of the um, how do I say this, the, the harsher, more painful stuff can come up as we're diving into those spaces of purifying and becoming, more sentient, more sovereign beings. And I think that that's the most important thing that we can do at this time, for our own individual process, but also, how it impacts the collective field. Um, So if you feel that you want to join on that, once again, all the details will be in the description box below. But ultimately, this video is just to send my love to everyone and just to validate and say, I see you, you're doing amazing. Um, and just keep greeting yourself with love, compassion, and kindness, because it is extraordinary times that we're living in, and it is quite challenging, but it's ultimately to push us to a greater good. So with that, hopefully I'll get the opportunity to come in and do more little updates as and when I can. But yeah, keep an eye on space weather. Keep an eye on the Schumann resonance, but most importantly, keep an eye on and track your own internal process, because what we all go through may be different to yours, and what's most important is your own individual process, um, and how you can best support yourself. So, sending you all great love, and I will see you soon. Bye.